He has died more than 4,000 times, burned alive, stabbed, crushed, poisoned, and every single time he opens his eyes again, 24 hours in the past, stronger than before. This is the story of the weakest hunter in the world, who turned death itself into a weapon. One day, a tower appeared in the middle of Seoul, 100 floors. Nobody knew who built it or why. Inside, every floor was its own world, filled with monsters, traps, and treasures beyond imagination. Humanity sent in hunters, and the tower watched them. Mysterious beings called constellations chose their favorites, granting them skill cards. Supernatural powers ranked from F to SSS. The strongest hunters became celebrities, billionaires, living gods. And at the very top stood Rank 1, Yu Su-ha, the Flame Emperor, the hero of humanity, the man everyone wanted to be, everyone, including him, Kim Gong-ja, an orphan with no family, no money, and no talent. 32 years old, and still stuck at F rank, the lowest rank a hunter can have. For 11 years, Gong-ja crawled through the tower's lowest floors, mocked, beaten, invisible. While he ate cold noodles in a basement apartment, the Flame Emperor cleared floor 40. The first human in history to do it. Gong-ja watched every video, read every article, and deep inside, his admiration was rotting into something darker. Envy. Pure, burning envy. Why him? Why not me? I want to be like you. I want it so badly, I could die. He didn't know the tower was listening. It heard the loudest, ugliest envy in the entire world, and it found it interesting. You have awakened an S-rank skill. The skill was called, I want to be like you. Its effect? When Gong-ja is killed, he copies one skill from his killer. There was just one problem. To use his new power, he had to die. What's the point if I have to die? He got his answer sooner than he expected. That night, a fire broke out in the city. Hunters rushed in to save people, but the one everyone was waiting for, the strongest of them all, was late. And when the Flame Emperor finally arrived, he refused to help. The hero of humanity turned his back on burning people, right in front of Gong-ja's eyes. Something inside Gong-ja snapped. The man he had worshipped for 11 years was a fraud, and in that moment, envy became something else entirely, purpose. But then Gong-ja saw something he was never supposed to see. The Flame Emperor, killing in cold blood. And now there was a witness. The strongest hunter in the world looked straight at him and burned him alive. Gong-ja woke up, in his bed, 24 hours earlier, alive. His skill had activated, and the power he copied from his killer was the Flame Emperor's greatest secret. The reason the man could never lose. A skill that rewinds time by 24 hours, every time its owner dies. The Flame Emperor's cheat code now belonged to the man he murdered. But before hunting a human, he needed a test. The tower's 5th floor, home of the Goblin King, a monster that had slaughtered entire raid parties. Gong-ja walked in alone. No armor, no team, no plan. Except one. Die. Learn. Repeat. The Goblin King killed him in 11 seconds. The second time, he lasted a minute. The third time, the monster couldn't touch him. Gong-ja had memorized every swing, every step, every breath. On the 4th attempt, the king fell. And that F-rank nobody became the first hunter in history to clear a floor completely alone. Gong-ja understood 2 things. First, Yu Su-ha was a monster wearing a hero's face. Second, with this skill, death was no longer the end. It was a tool, and the copied skill had a hidden option: die enough times in a row, and instead of one day, he could rewind 11 years, all the way back to before Yu Su-ha ever awakened his power. Kill the Flame Emperor before he ever becomes the Flame Emperor. That was the plan. The price? He would have to die over 4,000 times by his own hand. So he did. Again, and again, and again. Death by fire, death by blade, death by falling. Each one real, each one remembered. The pain never got easier. Most people would have shattered after 10 deaths. He endured thousands, held together by nothing but rage and one single thought: I will reach you. Death number 4091. The tower accepted the price, and time broke. 11 years unwound in a single heartbeat. Gong-ja opened his eyes in a world where nobody knew the name Flame Emperor yet, where Yu Su-ha was still a nobody, where everything could still be changed. 11 years of humiliation erased. This time, the story would be his. But killing a future rank 1 hunter isn't simple. Even a young one, Gong-ja needed information, and he had the perfect tool for gathering it: dying. Loop after loop, he tracked Yu Su-ha's schedule, every route, every habit. 10 more deaths, just for reconnaissance. To him, it was Tuesday. And then he realized something bigger. If dying copies his killer's power, why stop at surveillance? In this era, there were monsters far stronger than young Yu Su-ha. Living skill vaults, walking around unguarded, like this man, Marcus Callenberry, the current rank 1, a living legend of the sword, and famously, completely unhinged, a man who talks to ghosts nobody else can see. The stories about Marcus were legend. A hunter once asked him, politely, how his grandchildren were doing. Marcus cut him down on the spot. Another one joked about it at a banquet. He didn't finish the sentence. 3 of the world's top-ranked hunters, all dead, all for the same reason. Gong-ja's plan was insane in its simplicity: provoke the strongest swordsman alive and get executed. Copy a top-tier combat skill from the #1 hunter in the world. Marcus watched this shabby stranger dodge his attack and decided he was facing a first-rate assassin. Then Gong-ja pushed the one button you never push with Marcus Callenberry. He mentioned the man's grandchildren. It worked instantly. 24 hours earlier, Gong-ja woke up grinning. A skill stolen from the rank 1 hunter himself. Surely a golden triple S card was waiting for him. Instead, he got an A+. Swordmaster, the strongest man in the world, and his best card was an A+? What a ripoff. But then he froze, because in his empty room, someone spoke, right next to his ear. A voice nobody else could hear, and in the corner of the room, a shadow that should not exist. Something had followed him back. Who, or what, is standing behind him? And how does a man whose only talent is dying kill a man who cannot lose? Part 2 is already in the works. Subscribe and drop a like. Every like pushes this story to more Manhwa fans, and the faster we grow, the faster Part 2 drops. See you in the tower. Always died.